But for now, let's switch gears.
Okay.
It wouldn't be a Red Bull Campus Clutch World Final without a show match, right? And we've got some incredible players involved in this, right? This is Team Blue. And I just want to point something out here.
Okay.
We've got Tiffy, we've got Yetaje, we've got Tariq, we've got Combatry, we've got Alfaya. Do you notice anything about Tariq here? You notice anything about Tariq?
Am I meant to notice something about Tariq other than the usual?
I'm going to tell you what it is.
Oh no.
He's wearing Red Bull
here we go.
merchandise.
I know where this is going.
No, he's wearing Red Bull merch.
Yeah?
Because he's just announced on his stream, if you weren't watching yourselves, Tariq is now an official Red Bull player.
I knew it. Every single year,
Yeah.
we get the pleasure of crowning a brand new Red Bull athlete, partner, someone who gets inducted into the Red Bull family. And the fact that Tariq gets to join in, I'm not surprised. The man is one of the biggest names in VALORANT.
Yeah,
and to be on the side of Red Bull and here in Istanbul to celebrate this, that is massive.
Big pickup, right, Vlad?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he took that Turkish flag into the biggest stages for years, and then now it's an honor to like host him in here as well.
It's amazing, and we're going to see him in action on our show match very shortly. Let's take a look at their opposition, Team Red. Now, of course, some big names on here as well. Professional players, a man you've seen bouncing around this arena as well, Kia. But it's a good lineup again, Jess.
Ooh, I have to say, this one feels pretty stacked.
Yeah.
This roster definitely seems stacked. I think Tariq and you know, the team are going to have a little bit of a struggle up against the likes of CNED, you know, Vidigen. I think there's just going to be so many on this roster that,
Keo, right? I know that he takes this deadly seriously. He's
he
really
really
nice.
does. He's very competitive.
I was lucky enough earlier this week, Vlad, to go to FUT Esports HQ.
Yep.
And it's amazing, by the way. It's really cool. But to have some of because they're heavily involved with Red Bull and all that good stuff, so it's nice to see some of their players showing up to play.
Yeah, definitely. They got some pickups this year as well.
Yep.
And actually, seeing it himself. One of the best talents ever, like VALORANT has ever see, and he's back again in the home soil. They're going to compete in the upcoming year in the VCT events as well, but they had a great off season. Now it's going to be like a fun game, but I'm thinking maybe they can take it into personal.
Yeah, I mean, I love seeing professional players get thrown into absolute chaos, and that's exactly what's going to happen here, because we've got a random generator. We've got different rules every 2 rounds, and they are a little bit crazy to say the least. The way it all works is we've got a show match selector, right? Let's see an example of this, right?
Okay.
So every 2 rounds, we spin the dial.
Oh,
Boom.
yes. I remember this.
That's actually our first round. So we're kicking off our first 2 rounds, knife only, Jess.
If I cast my mind back to when this has been done before and the show match selector has made its presence during the show match, there are other things like Bladestone only, infinite updraft. I mean, I don't know if they're all going to be present on that show match selector, but if they are, chaos is going to be the absolute minimum that you'll see.
Definitely go with satchels and...
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready. The crowd are here for it. Team Blue, you got Tiffy, Yetaje, Alfaya, Combatry, and of course, Red Bull's brand new Red Bull player, Tariq, making their way to the main stage.
Formidable bunch, aren't they? They all look very relaxed, cool, calm, and collected. I think that's about to change when they get in the server.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm always interested to see how seriously the players take it. And their opponents are going to be taking it deadly seriously too. And you can see it's led by CNED, Kia, Atakatsun, Wujin. Am I saying that right?
Wujin.
You can help me with this.
Yeah.
Chidanta, Wusajin, Team Red making their way out as well. It's always nice to have a bit of a breather before getting back into the serious magnitude that is a grand final, Vlad.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, I myself competed against like one of these players in the home ground event back in the EMEA, right in here in Istanbul. It's always fun.
Yep, this is going to be, look, obviously this trophy is not for grabs, that'd be nice, but boom. That was a serious fist bump there. I think Tariq is taking this.
You said that it's nice to have something before the seriousness. I don't know, I feel tense. I feel like this.
Do you feel tense right now?
Yeah, I'm like, this is going to be a serious bout.
I mean, how do you approach a show match huddle like this when you're all gathered together saying, It's knife only, guys.
It's knife only.
How do you get into that, Vlad? You're a coach, you know this.
Yeah, have you
Let's
ever
do
coached
some
a
baking. I'm pro true,
Yep.
but I have my friends backing me up.
Okay, so like double tap, crossfire, knife.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I would go as a wolf pack. I would hunt down them one by one.
I did a lot of coaching in the knifing.
Oh, you did?
No.
Okay. Okay. I was going to say, that's interesting. Okay. I'm
Well,
interested to see what they have to show.
It's quite funny because you can't really get settled in because every single time you adapt to a new rule, we're going to switch the gears on you. So
And it's just going to spin every 2 rounds.
every 2 rounds.
Every 2
Our
rounds.
Showmatch selector could pick absolutely anything. There's a range of different things it could potentially be, including shotgun only, but we've sort of seen that already in professional
Yeah,
play.
where's Ray?
Where's Ray at? Vlad,
Yes.
you know a lot of these players.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit, if anybody watching doesn't know much about some of the foot esports guys in particular, some big names.
Okay. I mean, seen it himself, won
Yeah.
the champions himself with Asen back in 2012, and also RiotGames, who was in an academy team 1 year ago, and right now he's competing against in the different continents in the VCT top tier events.
Yeah.
The guy himself was like 2 weeks ago. He was in Japan. Maybe you saw him.
I did see him.
Yeah.
Red Bull Homeground in Tokyo.
And he's grinding up in his level.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, as an organization, they're really solid.
Yeah, they really are. Now, Keo, he's been our interviewer. He's also playing here, but we're not letting him off that easy. He's still got one more interview to do right here before he gets into the server. And he's standing by with the brand new Red Bull player, Tarek. Keo, how are you doing down there?
We are doing great, and I believe congratulations are in order. You just signed on with Red Bull. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, man, I'm stoked, dude. Red Bull's a household name, iconic brands. I'm really excited to see what we're gonna do. Just looking forward to the future. So shout out to Red Bull. I appreciate you guys not only having me, but throwing this sick event here in Turkey.
Absolutely. And speaking about this sick event, you've been watching the games the whole time. We got Indonesia versus Peru. Do you have any thoughts, any predictions as to what's going to happen?
Yeah, both teams are popping off, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's anyone's match, especially in the finals. All the pressure's on, you never know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna give it to Peru. Those guys put up a good show.
Absolutely. All right. Well, good luck in the show match to you, and we're going to toss it back to Ian.
Thank you very much, Kia. And of course you're going to feel real good being a Red Bull player. I'd love to be one.
The fact that he gets to celebrate it in Istanbul as well.
I know.
Like, to celebrate things on an international trip somewhere, you know, away from your home, it just feels like double special.
Big deal here as well, right? Because he's been doing autograph signings here, there, and everywhere. Glad people loving him. And everywhere, of course.
You're, I mean, like, best kebab lover.
Is it because he loves kebabs?
Yeah. I mean,
That's why he's such a star.
I mean, you love the picture scene and everything I tell you. You just listen to me and appreciate the culture itself as well. So I'm definitely saying you could born Turkish.
You're
next
inducted
life,
into the
another life.
Turkish lifestyle now.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I hope so.
There you go.
Tiffy is somewhere in here as well, who's been spending all of the time with us.
She has.
Which has been really nice. We've been actually spending some quality time together for the first time. She was obviously at Red Bull Campus Clutch last year as well.
Yes.
Participated in the show match and lost. This time she said to me earlier,
Okay.
I want to...
Oh, so there is competitiveness coming on
is.
here, and she wants a little bit of revenge, okay? I don't know how much, and Tiffy's going to laugh at me for pointing this out. She has a headset on, so maybe she won't hear me, but we were in the elevator yesterday, and unfortunately lots of buttons were pressed at the time. The elevator was full, and she got out on the wrong floor, got back in. It opened again. She got out on the wrong floor again, but it was too late. The elevator doors closed on her as she reached to get back into the elevator, and she was left behind. So hopefully she doesn't get left behind also, because yeah, I tell you what, Timmy's had one of those couple of days here in Turkey thus far.
I'll fire as well.
Yeah, I mean, like, big event winning champion himself. Like, he was, like, a couple of years ago, he was just an amateur player on the scene, and now he's top on the level with Fnatic, winning events, like going everywhere, just like RiotGames I mentioned before, and he's something big, you know.
Look at
Nowadays, like last year, I think he's either like in the top 3 players ever.
Yeah.
We just saw Tarek there, yeah, absolutely. And we just saw Tiffy as well. Real serious look.
Yeah, why are they so serious?
Look at this, deadly serious.
I mean,
Tarek, give us a thumbs
influenced
up,
them,
buddy.
right?
Thumbs up, Tarek. You feel it? Yeah, see, there's a smile. Gorgeous.
Hey, Tarek, give us a flex.
Yeah,
I want to see those guns, please.
Oh, no, he's blocked you out. That's what I do when I listen to you. I put my headset on too, mate.
I was having breakfast the other day at the hotel, and he walked down in like a tank top, and I was like, man's been working his arms.
You go to the gym quite a lot as well. Why don't you go with him?
Because he'd outlift me.
I knew it would be something like that. I knew it.
What a way, though, to celebrate becoming a Red Bull player with a big dub here. But when it comes to knife only, Jess, if you were jumping into this show match right now, how are you playing this?
Exactly what Vlad said. I'm double, triple teaming. I'm chasing down the one player who's solo. I mean, I think you really have to wolf pack it on something like this. So I hope they run around as a wolf pack. Content creators are used to memeing around. So the likes of Tiffy, Keo, of course, you know, Tarek, they're used to putting on these kind of entertaining rounds for their streams. I'm not very good at it myself. I try to play a little bit more serious in my streams personally. So they're going to have way more of a leg up.
Shout out to Keo as well, who's been at every single Red Bull Campus Clutch.
And he's done every role as well.
You know what happened today?
Oh, you got a story? All right, yes,
What happened? What happened with Keo?
Yeah.
There he is.
He had to
look at his hair. He looks gorgeous.
I mean, that's what I was going to say. Like, today, it's an important day for Keo,
Oh, it's an
on the
important day.
Showmatch.
Oh, okay, yes.
So he made his hair cut to a Turkish barber.
Oh, was that the guy in the back of the talent room giving him a haircut?
Yeah.
In our talent room. Guys, this is how well Red Bull's kitted us out. They brought a barber in for Keo so that you have fresh hair for the show match.
It suits him as well. Look at that. Hey, Keo. Oh, look at this. We've got foot fans in the building.
Oh, wow.
That's creative.
Where is this? Oh, it's over there on our right, mate.
Come on, guys. You can get louder than that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I love how they've got foot win, but I'm pretty sure we've got foot players on both teams, right?
Yeah, so who's going to win?
Everyone's a winner in a show match.
Oh, goodness. All right.
But yeah, Keo, you know, he's an OG when it comes to the Red Bull Campus Clutch World Finals, but he's also good. I mean, obviously, he's very good at VALORANT.
Yeah, and I discussed with him if he ever wanted to go back to sort of trying to play comp, a little less content creation and whatnot. He's so good in the content creation world, and of course, you know, with all the different org signings and whatnot. I love him as a content creator. He's very fun, he's very relaxed, but I'd love to see Keo back in comp land.
It's quite interesting, isn't it, seeing Keo sat next to CNED, just about to play.
Imagine them on a team together. How do you think that would fare? CNED, Keo on a team together,
competitively.
The thing is, I never watched Keo playing, so...
you know, I'm going to tell him that you've never watched him before.
Yeah, I mean, like, in American time zone.
Okay,
like,
you know what, you actually escaped with the time zone one. Okay, there we go. It's a time zone thing. It's a time zone thing.
And back when I was in coaching, I mean, like, when American, like, professional games used to do, and I had to wake up and in the middle of the night, and I have to take some notes, you know.
Well, we're having a couple of last-minute checks before we get into this show match, and remember, it's only one map. And calling all the action for this one map, we've got two wonderful casters standing by. We've got Mimi and Zesh. Zesh, it's been a while since we've seen you. You were on at the very beginning here.
You know, how's it feeling being donut walled by Tarek? Would be, you know, my initial question. But it's great to be here, honestly. You know,
just instantly deflect to that.
Instantly, I don't know if I don't know.
But also answer the question.
Does he know what the donut wall is?
But also answer the question.
Oh!
Yeah, that's right.
Get him off.
We're left in the dark.
Get him off. Get him off. Get him off. Not us. No,
I guess we're
no, we're all off.
We're gonna go play.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna play.
Right. Thank you very much for coming to Red Bull Campus Clutch. No, just kidding. Ian, what are your thoughts in this game? Can you tell me a bit? Like, you as a VALORANT expert. What? Okay.
They turned off his mic. They don't want to hear him.
They don't want to hear him?
They want to hear
fair,
him talk. What do you think about this?
I personally think that this is going to be good VALORANT. Overall, I'm a big fan of this game called VALORANT. So overall, I think we're going to see great VALORANT.
I just think they're gonna put it all out on the court. We're really gonna see some great gameplay. What's the most caster thing you can say about
You think they're going to leak some strats here for 2024 VCT EMEA?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if they win the show match, they could go pro.
They could go true.
Some of them are pro. Actually, probably more of them are pro than us already.
Half of them are literal pro. Oh, there we go. Back alive. Feels like playing with a Phoenix.
I liked it better when your lights were out.
I could say the same
I
about
liked it better when your mic was off.
Hey, Mimi, I thought we were friends. Anyway, Mimi, who are you picking, Team Blue or Team Red?
I also have to be a Team Blue enjoyer. I mean, I feel like both these teams have really good players. I mean, you have pretty much the entire FUT roster spread out across the two of them. Yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of in favor of Team Blue. I've played in some of the play tests against Tarek, and also Tife and been destroyed by both of them at times. So I have faith that not just the pros, but they can step up too.
Let's remind ourselves of the rosters. Let's start with Team Blue. And Zesh, I want you to do the honors here and talk us through why this is such a great team.
I think it's going to be a great team because, first of all, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I fell in love with this kid called RiotGames. You know, he went 18 this month, right? He just had his birthday, I think, a few days back. And honestly, he's like, for me, this underdog kind of kid that's going to be really cool. I mean, I could be obvious and say Tariq, because he's like funny and a little bro-ish or whatever, but
he said
I mean, yes, I said that already 5 minutes in. I had to.
I'm really glad you did. I'm really glad. Okay. The player I'm excited for on this team is Alpha. I feel like he's like, when you think of Turkish players, you always have to think of Alpha. Yeah, he's the guy who was the breakout for the region when he started playing at global events in Copenhagen and in Istanbul, actually, as well, in this very same arena. He went the distance with Fnatic, and now in this last year has won a ton of trophies with them. He's just such a good individual player on pretty much any role you put him on.
True. Yeah. I love that he's got the silverware in his hands as well.
They've really made it clear who the players are from the pro teams, and then you've got like the content creators in their hoodies and like their Red Bull gear, and you're like, all right, this is definitely a balanced roster.
Mimi, do you think that this slight delay here is going to get in their heads a little bit? Do you still think they're going to be fired up and ready to go after that walkout?
I think they'll be ready to go.
You think they'll be ready to go?
I think they're still fine. If I'm a player out there, I'm just trying to say the dumbest stuff imaginable to try and keep my team entertained and just keep the energy up, because you have to. But obviously, they're going to be excited. Playing a show match is fun. It's an absurd rule set that is sure to get anyone fired up. And yeah, I mean, I'm honestly just really excited to see where those rules go.
Yeah.
But as we look over at the other side of things here, Team Red is also pretty stacked, Vincent. I mean, you've got some great pro players here. If you're thinking Turkish players and you're not thinking Alpha, you're thinking CNET.
Absolutely. I mean, OG Jet God, you could really say.
He's a world champion.
Absolutely. It's 2021 world champion. I mean, you got also sort of up and coming. Can you even see at a captain as up and coming? Not really. I think everybody literally has him on his page. Particularly interested is how Kyo's going to perform without a trampoline. That's like my go-to question.
Yeah.
If we had a trampoline out there.
Can we get one on the stage? Red Bull has everything. Everything I've asked for, they've delivered. Do you think they can deliver a trampoline?
Hell yeah.
We're putting a lot
Man got a haircut, man's gonna get a trampoline, 100%.
At least get him one of those like balance balls. You can bounce up and down while playing the game. Keep him entertained the entire time.
Yep.
Zesh, you were actually at the, let me get this right, the Red Bull home ground qualifiers here.
EMEA, last
that's
stage.
And Foot were dominant, right? And have you ever seen CNED? Like,
I've seen it before,
Have you ever seen him?
He's actually right there if you want to take a look.
Yes. Have you ever seen him happier than he is right now with this Foot roster? It seems like he's about to start a new chapter of his career.
Absolutely. I mean, to be honest, he always was having this super wholesome smile, right? This is what he always loved. He always was like this happy, two thumbs up kind of guy.
Yeah.
But most importantly, I would agree. It's a bit more freedom, obviously, also once we're communicating in the country, you know, communicating in a language that you always communicate in your entire free time. I think it's going to be a big bonus and maybe also helpful considering the playstyle that maybe was not that developed in his previous team.
If Team Red is to win, Kyo needs to learn Turkish.
That's what it is.
He is the problem.
Yeah, he is the problem.
Kyo has been learning bits and pieces though, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Has he? Have you been teaching him?
I mean, like today, he asked me to do something about him, like bits and that. But I mean, I'm not going to share any detail anymore.
That's a private matter.
He was asking for some of that Turkish language. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, maybe.
One thing he does know how to say is how to get a haircut. Can I have a haircut, please?
He did ask that, yeah.
I mean...
And then he lent on you because he couldn't say it.
Zesh, how are you approaching knives only?
I'm approaching knives only as it is a normal game. It's just, you know, I'm just thinking right now if we could change that the length of the sword has something to do with the range in the game, but I think this is just not possible at this point. Otherwise, equip Katana 24/7.
Can they use abilities?
I'm not sure.
Oh, see, I don't know technicalities because like I'm dashing in, bam, and I'm getting out. I'm telling
It's
you.
not Assassin's Creed. Like,
You know what? I felt it.
You can get jet knives, though. You can just completely break the system.
Literally
It's
knives.
knives.
Literally knives.
I don't see the
KO
problem.
knife.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're
It's a
trying to
knife.
come up with ways to finesse the system, I think.
No one would ever finesse the system. All these players, too noble.
I'm going to address the elephant in the room. There's obviously a tech delay here that we're dealing with, and we're going to get into.
Is there?
I think there might be. We've got a show match, and it is coming up. But while we've got these two amazing casters lined up on the line, if you will, I'm going to ask you about the grand final.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mimi, you were just a big part of that last semi. We're going into Peru versus Indonesia, best of 5. When this all comes to a head later on, who's taking it and why?
I think Peru might. I think Indonesia has shown some incredible stuff. I mean, Ray always double satcheling and ridiculous stuff with shotguns. They looked great in their semifinal, but I think Peru showed when they were playing against all those neon comps that they're really good at dealing with aggression and having these fast reactions to contend with it, which I think would work really well against Indonesia. And on top of that, the clutch factor we're seeing from all of the players on that Peruvian squad was incredible in that semi.
I fully agree on that, but I gotta say, the play style from Indonesia is unique in itself. Like, even on pro level, you hardly see any kind of team do that.
To counter my own point, Ray, shotgun, double satchel.
Yeah, like
Indonesia's gonna win.
Exactly, that's the next point. I'm going with Indonesia, Ian. I'm going with Indonesia all the way. 2-0, 3-0, sorry.
I mean,
they're 2-0, they're just
2-0 then 3-2, yeah.
Yeah, we're not allowed a third map on this desk, guys, sorry.
Are you an enjoyer of the play styles?
Hell yeah, man.
I think everybody in this arena is, right?
Not this boring, snoozing, waiting 1 minute until we execute somewhere and then fail kind of play style. Horrible.
If you default once, you failed as a team. You must double satchel in every round.
No default challenge.
I can tell we're in the Showmatch era because that is the most trash that I've ever
That's serious.
speak up here.
That's real. Stop defaulting.
No more default.
Default's forbidden.
Just pew pew.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
Don't play default
Get
with
shot, you die.
Exactly.
It's simple.
Valorant.
It's a point and click game.
Is that really what you do with your team right now?
It's none of your business, all right? This is like, I signed an NDA, I cannot answer that question.
You just want everyone to do it so you can win.
Or just got to contact.
Maybe it's the only way you can win.
We only contact.
Zesh and Mimi, this is your first ever Red Bull Campus Clutch World Final. As is Vlad, I've already asked him how he's found in his first ever experience here. Mimi, it's a really cool, unique, different event. I mean, I keep talking about these players, students, like making memories that'll last forever, but for us as well, it's just so much fun to be part of, right?
Yeah, I feel like when we go to the normal international events, your Masters, your Champions, all the players who are there have been to international events a million times before, and they're like, another day, another dollar, about to do another media day. I'm just here to play, I'm just here to win. But every single one of the teams here at Red Bull Campus Clutch, they're not used to it. Even the teams who have been here before, it's a unique new experience. And just being able to see people kind of getting the opportunity to, for at least a week, live that dream, be able to be a competitor at an international tournament is so cool. And the energy is just infectious throughout this venue.
And maybe, you know, with some of those countries that don't have this very, very elaborate kind of collegiate system, maybe it's a bit of a convincing point. You know, maybe it's a convincing point for, I don't know, Indonesian high schools and universities to invest way more into that. And I think that would be really cool to see.
It's showing really the variety, right? I feel like when people think of collegiate esports, a lot of time you think of a lot of the North American schools that have tons and tons of teams. With Team USA, Team Canada, they're already out.
Bomb down.
And we have teams from all across the world that you probably wouldn't have expected to be in our final here. I mean, it's Peru and Indonesia. That's so cool. And it's an opportunity that these players probably never would have had without an event like this.
Absolutely.
Zesh, standout teams that didn't make it to the grand final for you?
I mean, come on, I gotta hype up my teams from Team Germany, right? The boys absolutely deserve it.
Can you remind me when they went out again?
They went out in the round of 16 against Team Indonesia. Okay, fair. Come on.
That's not that bad.
Fair.
Not bad.
That's not that bad. Otherwise, I think Team Canada was really cool.
Yeah.
And just lost to themselves, literally.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Canada had to be my standout. I mean, they really had the game in the bag against Peru. And credit to Peru for making that comeback happen. But I think they can definitely take that as a learning opportunity going into next year, because they are a team that can compete towards that top level. Honestly, all the squads we had going in the semifinals were so impressive.
True.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is how it all played out. Round of 16 was played yesterday morning, quarterfinals in the afternoon, and then semis and the grand final will all be played right here. So before this broadcast comes to a head, we will, of course, crown our champion. And what's really cool is, Jess, we've talked about this in the past.
Yeah.
This is going to be a first-time winner, which is always nice at a tournament like this.
Every year, the fact that we got a brand new winner is super awesome. I mean, I love World Cup-esque vibes anyway. Like,
for sure.
I just love seeing all the countries come together, and the fact that not a lot of the players, but many of the players play for other teams, and they'll come and they'll switch up all these university events to come in and be able to play. It mixes things up for them, and it also gives us a real worldwide, truly international vibe. When we go to an international event, you got like NA, EU, Peru. Maybe you got 1 or 2 APAC teams here and there. It is international, but it's not this international. So for me, this is the most worldwide that I've ever seen an event and probably will ever see.
All right, it's time now to finally get into our show match. Apologies for the delay. It is Team Blue versus Team Red, and it is with Zesh and Mimi.
Thank you, Ian. For those of you that weren't with us throughout that whole tech pause, as a reminder, we have a show match, Team Red, Team Blue, a mix of content creators, pro players from all over the world, and a lot from right here in Turkey competing here, and it's a different challenge every round, and we're starting off with a knife round.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Yeah, all 2 rounds, we got a bit of a new thing going on, and this time around, it doesn't matter what pistol you buy, what kind of shield you buy, what kind of equipment. We're going knife only in our show match. And I honestly don't know really what to expect from that, to be very honest with you. All meeting in middle, the classic way. It feels like knife round back in the day when you were selecting sides. But it seems like Team Blue did a big mistake. They split up, and there's going to be the first one already dying.
Overwhelming force incoming already. And this one player stuck out. The Omen just running for his life. He can bring everyone all the way back around. And the Jet
What's the bait and switch?
They don't see him. But it doesn't matter.
Come on. A nice idea.
Just better.
That's really disappointing. One knife hit, and it would be pretty much RiotGames down. But hold on, the split up team looks like they're making it work.
It does look like they're making it work. Still, not a lot of health on Cena. Keo is still healthy. He's still got everything that he needs to make something work here, but you got to be perfect. And Keo's already done it. 1-1.
Okay, my mind is right now on Keo. To be very honest, though, the blue side is looking good in terms of health, but Keo's on it again. He even finds Tarek. This is a 1 versus 1. It's just a single hit, and it's done. Team Red. And Keo's done it.
Keo's done it.
All right, not bad.
We thought he would be the player.
How does he know how to deal with knives?
Yeah.
How does he know that?
You know, you think he'd be the guy that's like, you know, you're on a team with pro players. He's not going to be like, look, he's good at the knife rounds at least.
He's really good at knife rounds. Yeah. Maybe he enjoys, you know, being in the kitchen and, you know, cooking something up all day long.
Making a delicious meal.
Making a delicious meal.
His opponent.
Out of his, sure, whatever stew that is, but sure.
Let's move on from that. We have one more round of knives here. Let's see if the strategy changes up in this one whatsoever.
Yeah, this time a 5 versus 5 mid brawl. I'm quite sure this is like going to be most straightforward knife round we've ever seen, where everyone's like scared and chickening out, and then they're actually going back and forth. The typical knife rounds, as you know them.
It's like watching a pack of wolves just ebb and flow back and forth. Tarek has been completely isolated, cut down by the Horde. Team Red is playing together very well here, and that's a double for their ice now.
Yeah, but everyone's low HP on the red side. This should not work under any circumstance, and it works for Team Red again. Double knife winner they are. And you know what that means? We're 2 rounds in. We finished 2 rounds. We probably select something soon, no?
Let's get the wheel.
Let's get the wheel. I need to see what that wheel has to offer.
We don't even know the full extent.
Legit have no idea.
Of what we have. But let's get this one a spin. And what will we land on? Marshall.
Marshall only. Okay, I see that. I hope there's a lot of no-scoping. I hope there's going to be a lot of shotgun-esque kind of usage.
The Marshall no-scope is... I'm honestly surprised we don't see the gun more, especially in pro play, because it's so ridiculously good. The fire rate is, frankly, unbelievable for how cheap it is.
And that seems to be just another mid-brawl. You know, it feels a bit like an old, ancient firing squad, just splitting up in one position and standing in a line. But it might be the first one for Team Blue, except Keo, no, doesn't stand a chance.
That's actually what the Napoleonic Wars look like. Don't shoot till you see the whites of their eyes. Spam away at marshals. Everyone in the line together.
They would say, oh, yeah, you're right. You're very right. I mean, listen, Team France had Leicester playing, so they would lose again. But sure thing.
You can't say that about France. That's tragic. Anyways, we got another round of the marshals here, and I'd expect another mid-brawl, but we did see someone get sneaky from Team Blue and flank all the way back around in that one. And
that's just one player who's just sweating too hard right now.
Yeah.
So everyone's saying knife mid, and he's already making the strategy. Okay, how am I right now flanking around the entire map?
You seem like the type of guy that would overly sweat.
Absolutely.
Like
and listen, I'm Astra only.
Yeah.
Legit do nothing else in playing as ratty as possible.
On the Marshall only round, you're going to be sitting in spawn using a gravity well to support my teammate as much as possible.
It's pretty much it, yeah. Though the stun is better nowadays, but I probably would do that. Pop up, pretty much quick dissipate smoke, and then shoot, right? All Astra mains, the 5 out there, no.
Counterpoint, swing mid, Marshall, shoot.
Okay, cool. Sounds very much like an amateur would do.
CNET has the ult.
No.
You think?
No, no way, right?
I mean, if he thinks he's better.
What do you mean he thinks? He is better than someone.
I mean, he's a world champion, but Tarek has a lot of stream viewers.
True. What wins? A big hype train or world champion? That is the big question. That's a tough call for me too. And they've actually decided to play for the spike. I think they just realized there's a bomb site on this.
We got our answer, by the way. World champion means nothing in this situation, evidently. And, well, Team Blue doing well. Going to try and close this one out. Only Atta left alone in mid, and he's just one tag away from falling.
Come on, Atta.
Oh, don't do that.
Looked like the FaZe Clan application video for a second he was trying to do there. But
360 no-scope, YY.
360 no-scope, create a legacy, exactly. Means 2 rounds in. Let's spin that wheel. Let's find out what's happening now. Uh-oh.
Jet knives
All right.
only. We had our knife round.
We had our knife round.
We have another knife round. Very different in this one. So, I think this is where the pro players are going to shine, where our CNEDs, our Alphiers.
It's literally seen at a clock.
Yeah.
It's literally seen at a clock.
He is the Jet guy.
He is the Charles Netting Jet guy. He's like if you think
that's his full name?
It's his full, as far as I'm concerned, yeah.
Charles Netting?
Charles Netting, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that was loud.
Wow, I've never heard that before. But that's a clear dash. First of all, first duel, Tiffy's gonna win, but being backstabbed, as sweaty as it can get.
And Alpha, oh no, Alpha, not a he plays Killjoy. We gotta let him off the hook there.
Yeah.
Whips from both sides. You can just infinitely right-click, like the olden days, when you do have the unlimited knives, which is pretty sick.
Was a good time.
Yeah, post line here, 2v3.
And it's right now just a lot of blades flying through the air. Tarek is the one who could just turn it around. Oh, actually, nice shot he finds, and it's only against Vitichen. But 50 HP, a single blade would do the frack. But he's getting just himself a new one, and he does it!
The clutch for Tarek. 4 kills picked up with the blades only.
He's nodding.
We thought it was going to be all about the unlimited knives, but it's the unlimited movement that really gets you. You can just updraft out of control and make yourself impossible to hit.
He's him.
Like crazy.
One more time. Nice. I think from a strategic point of view, holding W is really good. I think holding W is really good with this strat.
You should be a coach.
It's not my type of thing.
Oh, okay. At least for knife damage, yeah.
True. Like Vlad.
Like Vlad?
Like Vlad.
I don't know if that's what...
He said he's a knife coach. He said he's a knife only coach.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
It's a joke.
Yeah, I thought he was coaching like some top, like PCT.
He actually did, and he's actually really good at what he's doing.
That's true. Another round of the Jet knives here.
What kind of red do you think could happen with the selector machine? What do you like to see? I think all Omen ult.
All. So you just win on time?
Yeah, just like it's a bit like moving around until you find each other.
Yeah, if it's all Omen ult, but you can only shoot when you're standing still, so you have to use Omen abilities to reposition.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Like some kind of game mode that could be implemented.
I mean, just all of any agent is in. I mean, that's literally a game mode in the game already with replication. But imagine like all rays.
What is that? Replication.
Replication?
What is a replication?
You've never played replication?
I generally did never play replication.
It was one of the like one-off game modes.
I know. It was actually cool. I saw it. It was like it's actually cool, but.
Again, the type of guy to only ever play ranked and only ever sweat in the show match, be taking this moment where there's a pause as a tactical timeout to strategize for the next one.
Well, guys, we should actually use all our movement keys all the time. Move with a big bunch.
That's really smart.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have thought of that.
Did you ever think of like using a, an old Roman phalanx strategy?
What?
You know what it is?
They don't have shields. They can't.
They don't have shields. I know. I mean, you can buy a shield in this game.
It wasn't the whole point of the phalanx that it's like a line of shield.
It's basically like a turtle, yeah.
Like a turtle.
Yeah, like like.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
My goodness.
I don't know if that strategically translates to Valorant.
No, it doesn't. Obviously, it doesn't. It was just a remark, which could be, a possibility. But
in the future.
What would you, okay? Let me turn this around. What would you do with Jet knives on?
Left click. Maybe right click sometimes.
This is why you work international events,
No. Yeah, I don't have any better answer than that. The players, though, have a chance to think more about something that they never would have thought of before for a very long time now when we have a bit of a pause. I like to think of it as tactical.
I like to think of it as tactical, too. I mean, to be honest, he looks insanely focused. Like, he's looking really freaking focused. But by the sounds of it, it sounds like we might be back alive, and we are!
Get out of my way! Get out of my way!
So all Jet knives, yet again, and in mid, it's a death ball strategy this time from Team Red. All five of them sticking together.
It's a bit of a killjoy icon there, but I think that is just a little mistake.
Get out of my way!
Yeah, wait a minute. What is the Killjoy
Hold
going
on,
to be doing?
hold on. There's something. I think
Get out of my way.
there's something wrong, but it's fine. You know what?
It doesn't matter.
It's okay. Tarek obviously has the bonus of picking whatever he wants. Never mind, doesn't help a single bit.
No. Well, yeah, he's down.
Maybe it's like a VIP mission, and all Jets are the bodyguards, and the Killjoy is like the VIP you have to protect.
Okay.
That would actually be a good game mode. Honestly, would be a not so bad game
Get
mode.
down, Mr. President. Full protection, detailed time.
Why are you thinking of the jokes that I don't even want to say?
What's Breach doing here?
Rate his beard.
9.
Solid 9, yeah.
It's a good beard.
That's a good beard. How do you think he would look like without the bottom part?
Clean shaven or
Clean
just with the mustache?
Just with the mustache.
I feel like he would just look like a lumberjack almost. I guess lumberjacks
Like a
have
lumberjack?
beards too.
Like a lumberjack?
For some reason, I associate a mustache with
Or
that.
someone who sells an old
He's gonna get a shave in a second.
Yeah. Oh no. It's like I think the same question is being asked right now about the beard. Probably.
Yeah, that's what they were
That's legit
thinking
the
as well.
same question that was asked.
I'm not sure if that was a valid round. We'll see if we move on or we keep going there. But it's a show match, so any round is valid. And we're rolling it again. So run it back. Where are we headed? Sheriff only.
This is good. You know, this is for the frack movie. This one is for the frack movie.
Yeah, they're going to put the gamer music on while they're playing this
Some
one.
drum and bass, 120 decibel.
I was excited.
That is, I mean, he knows that he can pop
Most
some
excited
heads.
I've ever seen him, I think.
Oh, yeah, he's not looking too excited. But he has his sunglasses. With his sunglasses, he's hella cool. I'm not going to lie. Being as cool as Out of Captain would be like a dream.
Is that your dream?
That's my dream.
That's a good dream to have.
Years ago.
Get a little help there. Making sure all the computers are working properly.
We're
got
lounging.
a haircut, I think?
We're lounging.
Or no, his hair's just out.
It's looking good. Look at him. Like, how could he not smile as my legit? Is there a non-smile CNET?
No.
Send it right now. It's legit not possible, right?
Happiest man on earth.
I think Kyo by now can speak Turkish as well.
Who can, sorry?
Kyo.
Kyo?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kyo.
Like he learned?
Yeah, like...
Is that within 10 minutes in a show match with...
Yeah, I mean, we had so much technical break that he probably said, like, guys...
Does he have Duolingo up on his phone right now?
I mean, he got a team of 4 Duolingo teachers, basically, no?
Yeah,
basically.
I suppose so.
And they're not owls, so it's fine.
Yeah, less scary that way.
Way less scary, yes.
Well, we're working out the technical issues right now. What's the key to success in a show match like this?
I just thought that was a very general question for a second. I think not taking it serious is literally the best way to play
that
a
was
show
a very
match.
serious question, so I'm already on the wrong course out here.
Yeah, what do you think about their comp?
You know, I really think All Jet has a lot of merit, you know?
Can you make a telestrator for that?
Absolutely. They've updrafted and they used their Blade Storm, and it was very effective indeed.
I mean, to be honest, they all seem to at least have a lot of fun. I think this is like the pro of it. But yeah, obviously we're in a technical pause, in case you're wondering.
Someone disconnected.
Our players, sad, man. Real sad.
I don't know how far the chairs we have on stage recline back, but I would really like to see someone, you know, like Osboss it up, full recline during the pause.
Osboss it up. All right.
It's a verb.
I know, it's great.
You know what
it sounds
I'm talking
great.
about, right?
Yeah, absolutely, I know.
Osboss, great player. Whenever there's a pause, he always leans all the way back, is fully relaxing.
I think Alfier did it.
Yeah?
For a second.
He's chilling as much as
He's
possible.
literally chilling.
Yeah.
I mean, he's literally in a team that is winning 2 world titles. You can't chill.
You can chill?
You can chill.
Is that what happened in Champions?
Listen, what should I say now?
I don't know.
I'm not an evil genius to
We
answer this
don't
question.
talk about it.
I think it's better for all North American participants.
Yeah, it is.
In the long run.
First world championship for us, probably last. Who knows? That's how it tends to go. We're getting back into things though, and we're on a sheriff round.
Good. There's a vandal, but we're getting there. I believe.
They'll figure it out.
They'll figure it out.
Come on, see.
Oh, he's playing basketball. Hold on. He's throwing it in the hoop.
Whoa.
Oh, sad, man.
That's tough.
I would have loved to see that. But either way, with the Sheriffs instantly storming onto the A side, this looks like the most serious round I've so far seen over the 7 rounds.
They have ults, though. And, well...
He's watering the plants in West LA.
That's really nice. You know, LA needs water, that's for sure. Some whiffs coming out here. from one side, but Alpha.
Of course it's Alpha.
He's not missing anything. 2 shots picked up. He will get traded out, but this retake looked possible until CNED got on the board.
Who could have guessed? CNED technically has his ult if he wants to use it. Force good old YettoJ to 1 versus 1 to establish dominance, but he's out of the equation. He's going on and on. Might be the one to clutch this against Captain. No chance. 4-3.
Doesn't lose those.
Nah, he might not hit the hoop, but he definitely wins those.
You think he tries to hoop again?
I would love to see it.
I feel like we should give him a round if he gets it in.
He does try to. Yeah.
Come on.
Do it.
All right, we got to wait for the round to start. This is the time to line up, make sure things are proper. We'll take a look back. Not quite a basketball hoop, but some nice shots, regardless.
That's literally shots, yeah. We say it's a free.
Yeah.
So unlucky.
It's tough.
And there we go. Let's see if that one goes in. No. Oh, it did! It did!
It.
Oh my God! Keo, how does he do that?
They're winning the game. They're winning it all.
They're literally winning the game. Get him a contract right now.
Yeah,
he's in the draft.
CNED's got the hops. He's just jumping around the corner, giving time for T-Fate to be taken down, and this flank is the most telegraphed it possibly has been. Keo, though, doesn't win it.
It's you and me.
And then we have the first isolated ult, and it seems like both are using it. It's going to be CNED who's trying to take down Alpha. This is like an actually deluxe duel. Takes him out, though.
It's you and me.
Like,
and that ult just
okay, this is actually happening. It's just like, it's ISO rules only at this point.
He's found this mark. Shield goes down, and he'll find the shot as well. Another ISO ult, and people are just being kidnapped, taken away to faraway lands at this point.
First you're being stunned by a big waterman, and then you're getting kidnapped. It's not looking too great, but the spike is still up down. Can't relate. Either way, doesn't look really, really good for Captain. He's just being taken out by YettoJ, his own teammate, who's taken out. But 8 rounds played means we're going into a new mode.
Let's spin the wheel.
It's hella spin that wheel. What do we got? I mean, can it get any better? Oh, look at that.
First of all, this is more important.
He got to clip that. This is like literally one of the best clips of him, besides his 10,000 grade trampoline clips.
Put that in the montage with the trampoline.
Yeah, literally. Maybe we can just like jump down, do this.
The animals are leaving us. The aliens aren't contacting us.
That's not even good. Oh no.
Invert mouse.
Right. This is going to be a disaster.
Do you know anyone who plays invert mouse?
Yes, one CS player.
Put him on blast.
Put him on blast? Yeah, okay.
Who is it?
Oh no, I thought it was a wordplay.
No.
A Maniac.
Oh.
Like literally also the only Swiss person who ever cheated Esports.
Famously the only Swiss person.
Literally only famous Swiss person in the world. Besides the 5 players we had.
But the thing is that no offense, Maniac. No, but his name is Maniac. No sane person plays with inverse mouse. Maybe on a controller I can get it, but here it's ridiculous. The thing is though, if you just get good crosshair placement, you just aim at head level, you never have to go up and down. Thoughts? Just don't bump your mouse.
Just literally destroy the sensor of your mouse.
Yeah?
Just hold left click, right?
Turn your mouse upside down. The advantage of wireless mice.
Either way, it looks like a disaster is about to happen. Everyone is literally just taking a spray and pray kind of weapon.
The Odin choice is smart. On the other side,
okay, this is
got it on.
Okay, ult is fair. Trying to make everyone vulnerable really doesn't have an effect considering that they stalled them as long as possible towards B main. They literally play it serious though. Like Witherton literally holds A with Chamber. I like that.
He's sweating.
Oh, this looks disastrous.
Oh, the recoil, because every piece of muscle memory you want to pull down when you shoot.
Of course.
You're fighting for your life to not.
And suddenly you're putting it up. It's like, what have I learned for?
Yeah.
Q, by the way, best crosshair in the game. Gotta give him props for that.
Oh,
100%.
T-Fed? Down is up. That's
and
the
up
thing
is
to remember.
yeah.
If everyone's with it, CNED could just buy enough time to line up one off shot. That's all he needs. He doesn't have to deal with recoil. It's kind of smart.
Yeah, he can take his sweet time, 3-4 seconds to actually get a one-shot done. Tarek, in the meantime, he literally doesn't touch his mouse. This is smart of him. This is good of him. Finds 2, and the Vandal pick might pay off, but as you said, takes his sweet time with the operator.
And the recoil is so killer. Keo takes down another. There's not a lot of time, but that spike will get planted.
10 seconds
and it's
left.
YettoJ, the Odin protege.
Spike
Try and clutch this one.
It's actually mostly initiator, so it works. It literally works. But it seems like for now, there's not really much you can do. This is absolutely the most non-natural thing you can do within this game.
But another round of it.
Another round of it.
Time to learn.
Time to change strategies. Walk as a big ball of 5. Every round, whatever mode it is.
Tarek, I think, had a good strategy of just aiming at the feet and letting the recoil go.
It's true, yeah.
Don't have to deal with it.
It's actually a real 5-head.
Yeah. He'd make a great Iron player with that strategy.
Were you ever an Iron?
No. Good.
I was about to make a really mean joke.
No disrespect if you have been.
Yeah, we just let that one be. Let it be. It's better to not say fake. Most importantly, though, seems like we have changed strats a little bit. Seems like we rather think of going fast approach and win. That looked smooth. That looked actually good. Shot. That looked like a real shot. He's wall banging. Pardon, she's wall banging. Just so unfortunate.
I think she got a tag.
Actually, for the feed, yeah. Not wall bang. Either way.
Oh. Suppressing fire. Not enough against Alphier. Taking a page out of CNET's book. Bent the off.
Tarek literally just aimed at the feet, and that is actually smart. I gotta give him that. But as they're trying to retake this, it's pretty much near impossible.
Did he turn his sensitivity up too? I mean, these crosses are just going sky high at every moment. 2 players caught in the corner. The Opera's doing nothing. I mean, Tarek's going for the
unfortunate. At least, you know, they get the defuse done. And I'm thankful that we get out of this hellish mode.
From invert mouse.
This is like, but the thing is, I think for the next like 2 rounds, every player is automatically now doing the opposite of what they used to do.
Yeah, you've trained yourself for just long enough that it's just going to take a little bit to go back to normal. Take a look back at this one. The off seems honestly like probably the best strategy.
Inverted mouse is meta. I'll say it right here.
100%. So let's go to the wheel.
How far does it go? Okay, this is good. This is like a good game mode. Run and gun.
Can't let go W. Gotta be moving.
Gotta be moving. Gotta play like in bronze, probably.
My mom always said, always be moving, always be shooting.
Did she literally say that, though?
Often.
Often?
Yeah.
Is she a professional Valorant player?
No.
Okay.
One day.
One day. I believe in Mama Eva Cat. Either way. Run and gun seems like the most fun thing. Spectre only, probably. Yeah. If you're really a little bit off the rails, you pick probably an Odin.
I feel like Stinger's kind of like Stinger is or Judge.
But they're out so empty. Judge fair.
You pick Jet or Raze.
Yeah.
And you judge.
And you win Campus Clutch and your name is Ray.
Yes.
Right, good, I like that. It's a good strat.
He was actually already onto this before the show match even started. Alright, let's see. Weapon choices. Got a couple of judges, got some Spectres, and it's the Phantom instead to get things started for a few. Around comes one, and it's the judges to close out.
It's literally the Napoleon War you described just with holding W. It's like not standing still. I like it though. We've definitely got some fans of the blue team.
Go blue team.
Understandable. Who are you actually for? Did we elaborate on that?
On who we're rooting for?
Yeah, and who you are rooting for. I know who I am rooting for.
Well, who are you rooting for?
I'm rooting for Team Red.
Team Red.
Team Red.
I'm rooting for Team Blue, honestly.
Alright.
Kind of a fan.
You like
kind
blue?
of an Alphier fan.
Okay, fair. I think it's fair to be an Alphier fan.
Yeah. Thus far, it's been RiotGames who's really been popping off. You know, the newest player on foot, doing well in show matches too. The guy's good.
Absolute prodigy. Now we're holding down W, and obviously with the breach, it's a little harder to hold W. It is the judge coming in handy. And that's already the round done. It seems like we're moving on.
I mean, that's a nice setup. They're actually using utility on that round. We have a stun combination with the paranoia. Dive in with the judge. They're thinking. But
what do we have?
Faster than we could even think. Run and gun is over. We have another game mode. So we have to look at the wheel again.
What do we have? What do we have? I mean, okay, we had some very funky stuff, I would say. Some very funky stuff. Some that make my head hurt.
I feel like we've earned a normal one. Like Guardian only or something,
I think it's a bad idea if you actually wanted to cast a show match. And I think, hold on. I think we're getting a little sub in. There it comes, Mr. Fallen as well as Cracks are stepping in. But who are they replacing?
That's a great question. 2 new members afoot taking the stage for each of their respective teams. And, well, it's a teammate subbing out for another. RiotGames stepping away from Team Blue.
I mean, Fallen is probably one of the greatest storylines of the entirety of Turkey. He and a few other players that are still on the roster, always sticking together with Foot. And Cnet leaving the stage now, bringing in a veteran member off the Foot side. I mean, you really got to say, for example, Mr. Fallen, you know, he was forced a little bit in his IGL role, picked it up. Last year won the VRL finals in Europe, where there seemingly were teams that should have actually won. And now, definitely like a top 4 team in EMEA.
Yeah.
I would say top 8 in the entire world.
I mean, even just now, doing so well at Red Bull Homeground just before this. Top 4 finish there for a team that still had really brand new players being subbed in, like yesterday. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, some really impressive work out of them. It is really cool that Turkey has a team that it can just fully put energy behind. It's actually doing so well at international events.
True.
It's been a far cry since like 2021 with like SMB is the only team going to international events.
It's crazy that their talent pool is just so deep. It's the amount of players that also VCT EMEA imported from Turkey.
Yes.
Crazy.
I mean, what would Fnatic be without Althea, without picking up that talent?
Absolutely. Legit.
Well, it's halftime here, which means that these new players have to get situated into their setups. Personally, I would just use CNET's settings, but while we wait for them to get set up, we have Ian standing by with Tife on the stage.
I am standing by with Tife from Team Blue. Tife, how are you doing? You alright?
Great, I'm doing great.
You've been in Istanbul for a good few days now. What do you make of the local cuisine, all the architecture? It's a beautiful city, right?
It is, it really is. It's been amazing, and I'm just excited to watch the Grand Finals.
Exactly.
Well, speaking of which, I want to talk about yourself and your team here. Grand Finals, Peru, Indonesia on the horizon. Who do you think is going to take it and why?
I'm thinking Indonesia. They got the raise one trick. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, they're dangerous, right?
They are.
So, Tife, you have been at this Red Bull Campus Clutch, the last time round, you were in the show match as well. You didn't manage to get the dub. How are you feeling this time? You got a good team here.
Yeah, we're definitely getting the dub this time.
Certain?
Yep.
So, Tarek has joined as well as a Red Bull player. What's it like having Tarek as part of the family?
Oh, we're the winning team for a reason.
All right, Tiff, do you want to give a shout out to any of your fans and viewers back home?
Yeah, I'm just thankful for my supporters. I'm glad to be here.
Tiffy, get back in the server, all right? Best of luck. I think my man Keo, in fact, I'm going to walk over. I think Keo's standing by with an interview himself. Keo, how you doing, brother?
Oh, we're doing great. How are you doing over there, Ian? All right.
I'm good.
So I'm here with Althea over here. The Jet on the enemy team. You know, I'm actually playing in this here, too, so I have a little bit of beef going on here. How you feeling about your team right now?
Our team is doing great. Our IGL is really good. He's Tariq. Whatever he says, we are doing. So, we're gonna be... I hate Vitigen.
All right, well, maybe I'll have to hop over and stream snipe a little bit. You know, I believe I got a knife kill on you earlier, so, I mean, we might need to even the scoreboard there. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't know who is gonna be tough frag, but probably it will be me. Because I didn't play first round, because someone is gonna change. So, I'm gonna start to play second round.
All right, sounds good. Well, good luck to you in there. I'll see you on there.
Seems like, you know, it seems like that swapping with the players is definitely going to work. I mean, most importantly, Alpha's just chilling as always. He seems to be like, you know, I'm just playing here, I'm having a good time, I'm having a fun time, you know, I know he's going to be on top of the scoreboard.
Probably him.
Yeah,
probably him.
Alpha's like the most chill pro player. Like when he was like super young, like the newest player on Fnatic, they go to Copenhagen. I heard stories of him being the guy who's out there keeping the team, their energy up. Because we have yet another special round here, and it's only ultimate ability.
Okay, this is now becoming disastrous.
Which agent is the best in this, do you reckon?
Brimstone.
Brim?
Brim Breach. Brim Breach. Game over.
Brim Breach.
It's
You're
over.
stunned?
It's literally over.
It's over. I wonder if you can have multiple of the same agents. If you can, just double Brim, double Breach.
Double Brim, double Breach. Make a big cooking pot. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. That is one hell of a Team Blue or Team
Or
Red.
just pick ISO if you think you're better. Just ISO wall. Don't have to deal with abilities when you're in the ISO wall. You're completely suppressed. But looks like we're sticking to pretty same compositions here, and I'm definitely looking at the Harbor and the Breach. Those big AoE ults are going to be huge when you can just spam them.
I mean, Fade could be quite annoying, to be very honest, but taking a look at it, they all look for a lot of fights. Instantly taking out the ISO means there's none of those 1v1s, but this is going to be a quite wet battlefield.
It absolutely will be. And honestly, I'm very thankful for the Fade ult, because I think my ears would break if we had to hear the amount of voice ones going off without it.
I think literally server's going to crash. I literally would not be surprised if server's going to crash. But either way, normal frag found. This is like the most normal kill I would have expected out of it.
And we have a job for Attic Captain. His job? X, left click, X, left click. That's it.
And Valorant is all about gunplay.
Famously. Abilities don't kill.
Especially not in this particular round. Okay, this is now you're absolutely not allowed to move anymore.
Perma-stunned.
Perma-stunned.
Everyone is perma-stunned, seemingly. Right. Except for one. Alpha, yeah? I mean, we were just talking about him, just calm, cool, collected, getting kills. 4K in that round.
Chill while there's an entire monsoon coming down on the B side. I like this. I like this kind of game mode. I want to see more of this nonsense. Thankfully, we have one more round of this nonsense. Yeah, but a good nonsense, you know? Like a likable.
This is sense. There's strategy. There's ideas behind it. Like press X and press left click.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. No, I see that.
A lot of depth.
Maybe I should integrate that into my regular play.
Well, let's see if we have the same ideas of just spam the ults and seen it go kill. I mean, that's worked to win a world championship before.
It's a very classic strategy.
Yeah.
I think many teams do that. They just change the name with the player, basically. But pretty much invented by Ascent back in the time, true. A lot of traps to make sure that nothing is happening actually on the side, that you can't just walk through.
Yeah, some, I mean, really great center. It looks like the bottom of a ship. It's barnacles everywhere, covering the minimap.
True. You could draw something with that, probably. Get out of my way, but first of all, entry duel to be looked for. The old catch still on? Yeah, okay, right now. It's going to be Cracks trying to find somebody. In this case, Mr. Fallen is going to prevail. Teammate's going to kill teammates. And it seems like all the traps are not really working.
No, just running straight through it, it seemed. Tarek dismissing on forward and the Killjoy lockdown.
Literally the most normal Valorant round.
Yes. he has to break it, but he also has to break 10.
Oh
no.
Retained again.
He just gets re-detained. That's, oh no.
That's me with Tarek. He's gonna get knifed. See you later, buddy.
Tragic to watch, really.
Okay, so the Killjoy nonsense is going on, and I really like it. It seems like it's time to perma-flash.
Don't knife him.
He's
not like
this. He didn't make it.
His life got saved by the ult.
Oh my goodness. Only Kyo to do it, but even there's no chance. Round's over, mode's over. 9-5 for blue.
Soak in the minimap for a second.
I did see that.
Just look at what was going on this entire time.
I think pro team should adapt to that.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
It's a good strat.
The average Twitter user's Valo plant.
Literally, like
this is a brilliant strategy.
This is when someone's using Valo plant, it's really looking like that. But let's take a look at the new mode. We have only Shock Dart, and we don't have average Jonas. This is gonna go forever.
Yeah, who's gonna get it across the line? I feel like the meta here is you just start sending volleys into the air like a medieval archer. Send as much up as possible to fall on down, and then you just go jump around corners.
Where's the phalanx?
Yeah.
Where's the phalanx?
It would come in handy in this game.
It would become really handy.
All right, everyone is staying together on the side of Team Go. I don't know if that's the best strategy against
this is
flurry
good.
of shocks.
Ooh, ouch! That is a pretty electrocuting field right there. The thing is, it's like really suppressive fire to that point in time, right? You cannot really move forward. You're forced backward into the middle position. And that B side is fairly clear. I want to see a retake with shock darts.
How does that even work? I mean, you cannot stick the spike. If the spike gets planted, you just cannot defuse.
Maybe that's the way to buff Sova, is like hitting a shock dart, gives you a second extra. I don't know.
That would be ridiculous.
That would be ridiculous. But it would be a Valorant moment in beta.
All right, we got a head-on-head duel here over at the B site.
Oh, it was a good final dart. Who's the better archer is the question.
And the movement, ever important as well, but that's a perfect shot that kills two. Great work out of Team Blue. They have a big lead here. Spike is coming down, though. And here's your retake.
And this is where people need to say that you need lineups when you can just play Sova like this, right? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you don't need them.
Oh, there's an instant trade coming in. Vincent and Kyo really trying to get that retake working. I don't have high hopes.
No. No recon dart. Only shock dart. No weapons. And people are just getting bullied at this point. Poor Team Red. No HP to work with.
That should be game over. That is game over. One more round of those shock darts. And then we'll see what we do. But most importantly, I think what would really work is we work as a group. Just try to hit one spot with 5 darts. Insta-kill. Insta-kill.
Oh, because you could just all volley together. It all lands at one point.
Or like that. Okay, I didn't think about that, but also a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's just like an unlimited amount of damage.
It is an unlimited amount of damage. I see it. I take it.
Cameron really likes Gabe's new haircut.
It looks good, though. Shout out to the barber who did it.
Right here.
Should have gotten the taper fade maybe, but yeah.
Gotta get him out in the audience. Start giving haircuts.
Literally, best idea.
All right, shock darts. We're running it back.
Oh, look at
again.
the
And
position.
they're kind of doing it. There's a volley on both sides.
This seems like a very gentleman's kind of duel, you know? Like back in the 18th century type of stuff. But who's going to hit who first? Oh, this is good. Oh my goodness!
It's what we were talking about. The perfect combination of 5 shocks at once and 4 cracks.
I like that. This is something, you know, that prepares you in your pro career for things you would have never expected.
Yeah. I'm kind of like transfixed. I feel like I'm watching a lightning storm in this game mode.
Pretty much is. It seems like you're trapping yourself in the corner, it's game over. As we see right here, it is pretty much game over. As frags are coming, Tarek is hitting a second kill with that. It's quite remarkable, to be honest. How much it's really good on what he does, but doesn't stand a further chance. And all standing in the corner, this is going to be ugly.
Bouncing off the wall, trying to get rid of that planter, but the player on the flank is getting hunted down now. And Keo, I mean, they brought this one back. It's a 2v2. It's a round Team Red really needs.
It seems like there's not much of a chance. Nope, Keo falls down in the end, and we're about to finish this game by the looks of it. 11-5 scoreline.
Team Blue stomping.
Team Blue is hella stomping.
But maybe the next item on the wheel will change it. It's shorty only. Now this, a true test of skill.
A true test if you paid attention to the VODs of Team Indonesia.
They should have put Ray in the show match.
Literally
Obviously,
for
he has
that
to play
round.
a bit of a more important match, just a little more important match after this. But I feel like he would have thrived here.
What was more important, playing for 20 grand and having this world title, or playing with Tarek in the team?
You know, I might take being a world champion. Maybe.
One head.
Shorties.
Shorties or shotguns? It seems like we're not fully clear on that. Keo trying his best there in that situation. But this is where you would actually need a race. This is where you need the dash forward kind of play, as the pallets are hitting the first wave of attackers. And it's only down to Captain.
And Captain didn't get the memo about the judge being allowed, unfortunately. It would seem.
And he plays at least Harbor. Maybe he can, yeah, exactly.
Use the ult. Stun someone up.
All right.
Not in time.
He tried, you know? Gotta give him a medal for that.
Match point. 12-5.
Oh, he's trying. We're about to finish this absolutely extraordinary. What was your favorite round so far?
It's gotta be all ultimates.
I think it was
just
the best
most
by
chaotic,
far.
just absurd on that one.
I would literally watch a game just with that. Literally would just watch a game.
Whole BO3?
That's a little too far. That's a little too far. Like the best of one.
Good to see it. This could be the last round of the show match here. Players readying up, strategizing best they can about shotguns.
I mean, the judge only is a clear play at this point in time, except you're a Bucky connoisseur and you really want to be accurate about it. But I think that doesn't pay off in this game.
You know, more people than should have made Radiant with shotgun only. You'd think with players at this level,
yeah,
they could leverage it well.
They could leverage it well, true. But I personally, in my lobbies, I don't want to see players going to shotgun only.
No.
It's a misery.
Only if they're bad.
Likely. Either way.
It's more likely than you think. These players, though, let's see how good they are. With the judge. Tour de force is being used. I don't know if that's legal, but...
It's not a shotgun, by my definition.
I mean, you're down 12-5. You got to take whatever advantage you can.
True. A little bit of, you know, tricking the system is fair in this instance. But now, oh, this is good. This is nice stuff coming in from Captain. And with the close range duel, he even finds 2. Seems like he keeps Team Red alive for a second.
They're still in this one. And Captain's looking for more, but the shorty gets the better of him on the other side. Derek has fallen. It's all down to Combat Trick to try and win this one out. And I don't think she thinks it's possible.
It's not going to happen.
Not enough ammo in the short.
Not enough ammo, no. But this means we at least get a new mode, right?
We're free from the shotguns. And now the
Away
question
from the shotgun.
is,
yeah.
Can we get something more honest?
More honest?
Yeah.
You mean like fair duel kind of thing?
Yeah.
I would like that.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. You know, just Team Red is only losing because of the dishonest game modes the Team Blue are good at. Let's see what we get, though. Is it going to be something a little better? Okay, This is the most honest I could think of. A one-on-one duel.
Fair duel, like in the Wild West. 1 versus 1. The thing is, isn't there a bit of a thing where you just like, when both are on the ult, they okay, you know what, I'm just going to watch
Don't
it.
try and talk over that.
No, I'm not.
Wait, can only one be in at a time?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That's literally what I wanted to say.
We are currently breaking the game. Wait, are they just hopping back and forth, in and out?
Yeah, it's you and me.
There's a duel.
Yeah, there's a fair duel. Who's actually winning right now? It's even.
3v3. Oh, the no scope doesn't work.
No.
But it's still even. 2v2. That was the shot up. Okay.
And now it's got to be Tarek here making the difference. But as you see, he has actually the ability to stay a longer life.
Yeah, the
Keo
shield is
does
so
it.
good against an operator.
Another time of you and me. It is.
Yeah. Well, they're in. They're staying alive yet again here. Again, but the honest game modes, they're better.
Hey, absolutely. I mean, I like it because it's something that I would have never expected to see my entire life. But it's a good idea. It's a good idea. The ISO only is where you can spend a little, together time, one-on-one time.
It's you and me.
Literally, what it says.
Yeah. It's really sweet. We laugh back too much in today's day and age.
We like ISO. Good man.
Players readying up for another round of ISO only. Another chance to extend the show match.
I would love to know what Tarek's saying. Seems like something hella funny. When Mr. Falling's laughing, you know it's good.
Yeah. Mr. Falling seems like a fun loving. This is a good beat.
That's a good beat. Could be probably a techno club somewhere in Berlin. Now with weapons being chosen.
Right, who's our first duel here?
It's Tarek dying. It's not good. And it goes on. And Team Red seems to be actually taking this one home.
Yeah, they're popping up in all these duels, but that one they can't pick up. So the odds are actually brought back to even here. Alpha and Tife doing great work to keep it in. Now Tife.
She's on it. And there was even the shield on it. So that looks kind of good.
That's impressive. Alpha alone to try and close this one out into 1v2. He's into his first one-on-one.
It could be very possible. I mean, it's Alpha after all. Finds another.
Oh, but he's stuck in
Keo,
there.
come on!
Aww, Keo.
Keo.
You'd expect better out of him.
So it's called ISO ult.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, in a show match, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
True.
Just for the show match, but you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do to keep it.
You think you're gonna have nightmare from that sound cue?
Yes. But thankfully, we are out of ISO. We're spinning the wheel again, and let's see where we're landing. Back
All right.
at the beginning. It's knife only again.
Have they learned from their mistakes? Here's the question. Team Blue suffered against the strength of Keo, who, by the way, is leading in the show match against a few pro players.
He seems to be the goat of knives.
Literally give him a contract.
Yeah.
Literally give him a
Sign him as the
contract.
knife-only specialist.
Yeah, just sub him in for one round and we get...
Tife's planting.
All right.
A little cheeky.
Okay.
A retake on a
Literally,
knife
it's
is gonna be hard.
every player from every team walking towards the spike. So it should be just one player defusing at this point. As Team Blue, uh-oh, this is a long walk. Keo's on it. He halved it at least. And enough distraction, it might work.
Can they stick it? The Cove's not going to do anything in this one. One left alive. It's Keo, the knife specialist, trying to win it. Now 1v1, Mr. Fallen. Stuck on the other side. Yeah, still has some time to work.
Oh, there we go.
But Keo's down. Team Blue take it home 13-8 here in the show match.
It starts with a knife round, it ends with a knife round. And a man who was so successful previously on it is not allowed to succeed with it. That was actually one of the most funniest games I've seen in a while.
Yeah, some of those game modes, absolutely
Ultimate
electric
only.
to watch, and obviously for all those players, some might say the biggest win of their career.
True. I love it. Honestly, I mean, Ult Only was, for example, one of my absolute favorite game modes. It's like the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
ISO Only, also good game mode. It's time to copy
They
those.
should do that to like pick seeding in tournaments.
I see that. I see that.
Add a different element.
I see that. You need to have one player that who's ISO main.
Again, specialized players.
Specialize the players. Get a 10-man roster.
Fortunately, no trophy to be lifted for the players in the show match. this
Keo
time,
signed
but-
as ISO player. So.
Yeah, but the ultimate bragging rights. And you know, we talk so much about how this is a a showcase to orgs to become a tier 1 pro. This is Keo's chance.
Especially, I mean, honestly, at basketball and at being a knife specialist within a team.
I forgot he got the nanoswarm in the basket.
True. I mean, what can this guy
A man
not
of
do?
many talents.
True. It's literally a man of many talents. As we've seen, though, a few sad situations as well. This was one of my favorites. It felt like a down-to-earth kind of Valorant.
Yeah. Do you have an MVP from Team Blue?
I have to go for Keo, man. This guy was actually, becoming one of the best players suddenly in this. Sure, this was not his most glorious moments, but it was a good game. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, Alpha had a lot of good moments. Whenever he got the Blade Storm online, the gun rounds, he was sick in that regard. But yeah, super fun show match there. Again, I think I asked earlier, but Any favorites from the game modes we got to see besides the already mentioned Ultimate one?
You know what? I have to go for Ultimate. I'll pick Ultimate.
You're doing it again? I don't think that was an option at this point, but that does wrap things up for our show match here. Thank you to all the competitors who came out and played. It was great to watch. But what that show match has done is give the competitors a bit of a rest to be refreshed and ready for our grand finals. The winner of Red Bull Campus Clutch 2023 here in Istanbul, Turkey will be crowned after the break.